We are live. Welcome, Artist Stream family. Here is our regular, starting with blessing you with some sound from the Didgeridoo. Welcome, Artist Stream family. When I said Artist Stream family, it means everyone on this beautiful planet having a dream. Someone asked me, "Whoa, what is Artist Stream family?" Well, here it goes. We are spiritual being having a dream on this amazing planet we call Earth. And we are artists. Why? Because we design our body tempo. That's the carriage that we use to connect psychologically from the physical, from the spiritual to the physical. I say psychological because we are psychic beings and we design our own reality, and within that reality, we're able to interact and get a feedback through our senses as to how things are working out. So, in other words, we are creating our own experiences. And the original thought, I believe, was to learn from our experiences in order to expand. So, we are actually exploring the psychic world, the psychic universe or universe that is a part of the whole cosmic play stage, as you might want to look at it. And so when I use the word artist dream family, speaking to my audience, I'm acknowledging each and every one of you that you are an artist. It is time that we take ownership of that and now start to pay attention to the first art. And why it's so important is because everything that you ever wanted to know about who you are, where you're going, where you come from, you can get answers to all of your questions once you go inside. Okay? And I was told some years ago from the inner world that all answers to the questions are in the emotions. So therefore, that kind of makes sense to me that any question that you may have that is part of your psychological connection of the the imagination, which is the divine ultimate, and you, the inner being, already have the answer to the question, because if there was no answer, then there would be no question to be asked. Therefore, it was the outer person that is asking the question. And the answer, not wrong or right, is just what it is based on your emotion, based on your perception, based on your experiences. So you see how important it is for us to go inside to do the inner work, so we can forever be aware of our perception as they changes. And many of us are going through this stage right now where our perception of reality is 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 just expanding very quickly and shifting, because there is nothing stagnated. Energy is magnetic force that is constantly spiraling and expanding at the same time. And once we're aware of it, we realize we cannot hold on to anything. If we think we know something, then we don't know. All right? Because the only thing that we know is based on our framework, our own perception. And we're living a time right now where people are having a rough time. They're having a rough time letting go. They have a rough time um, accepting that they're more than just flesh and bone. All right? And their perception that they hold on to is the fact that it is changing, but it's also being influenced by others. It, for some people, it generates a lot of fear, to the point where it's become unbearable in the body temple, create pain, anxiety, disconnect, a feeling of disconnect. All right? It is important for those of us who know what is happening and or experience it, that when we see other people that are going through a certain stage, that we learn to have compassion, because actually you're having compassion for yourself, because there is no two people. The most important person is you, and the person outside of you is just a reflection, a part of you that might be going through a tough time. So, first, you have compassion for yourself. Don't beat up yourself. Have compassion for yourself and have compassion for others. But be honest. Be honest. It's not pity. Not thinking that you're better, not thinking that they're worse than you, but to have compassion and to know that we are in this game, in this play, and this is the expansion, the exploration of a collective being, the artists, the dreamers, in the dream of the planet that is also going through this movement of shifting. It's the great mother, right? The vast ocean. There are billions of fishes in that ocean. Some of them get eaten up by other fishes. Some of them got poisoned by external influence. Some of them have get virus information from vibrational thoughts and ideas, and it put them into a state of not able to take command of their biocomputer. All right, so we have to take command of our biocomputer. There are programs that are seen to be controlling our biocomputers, and they control our biocomputers by our senses. So, what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you feel. Here is an advice that from a book that I read some years ago. Um, and a person asked the Aboriginal people, um, how do they deal with certain situation when they are faced by it, especially from another person or from the environment. And the answer were, if you smell something that don't smell good to you, or you taste something that don't taste good, or you see something that don't look good, or you hear something that don't sound good to you, or you feel something that don't feel good, you bless it and move forward. Keep moving on. You bless it and move on. It is not for you. All right? If you take in a conversation um, and you believe in that conversation, then you're actually taking ownership of it. So if that conversation is not right for your biocomputer to stay in balance harmony, in harmony and in balance, then that information is gonna corrupt your sense of perception. And it's up to you to recognize that and not allow shame or discontent or the feeling of ignorance um, um, having you believe that it's okay that you have to live with that. You don't have to live with anything. So this this time we everyone is asked to take command of their internal creative power. All right. Remember, your first art is your body temple. So we can always start from there. See? And within your body temple, you have your imagination that is endless. Then once you start to feel good in your temple, you'll be so joyful to want to share. It is a natural thing for people to want to share their beauty, their strength, their awareness with other people. And you can share that in many ways. You could share um, what you're feeling to your eyes, to your body language, to making things with your hand, to speech, to singing, whatever it is, you can share so much. There's endless art within your toolbox that you can take out and share it. And now there is no need to get caught up into the story that you need to be trained to be whatever you want to be. Now, if you meet someone that who are a master of a certain skill, and you want to able to experience that skill, where what that master is actually helping you is to remember. But like everything else in this spiritual, psychological, and physical realm, you have to practice. All right. So what it is, physical practice, mental practice, the way you speak. For instance, remember I said earlier, if you hear a conversation and you take it on, the only way that it can affect you positive or negatively if you practice it. So if you hear information that is fearful, that don't feel good, and you constantly be afraid of that information and you're taking that information, you say, oh yes, it's correct. You see, you're practicing that. And once you keep practicing it, then you take ownership of it and it's going to expand within you. It's the same way. If you hear a piece of music that is powerful, or somebody says something that is beautiful, you can take it in and you can practice saying that to yourself. And that will become a part of your, I would say, um, help you to able to work it within your being and use it as part of your new thoughts and your new way of behavior, you know? Because I tell you, brothers and sisters, in order for us to rise forward, we all are responsible to to our own whatever we project outside of ourselves. We are responsible for our own reality. No one else is responsible for that. And I'm just checking on something here to make sure we are on time. And yeah, so keep that in mind whenever you are, whatever is happening around you. Here's a poem that I want to share with you. It's from the first people, Aboriginal people of Australia. And I got that from a book. It's called Mutant Message from Forever. All right. Quite some of you have heard about that book some years ago. A lot of people who was battering the author, saying that she was a liar. That her story about the original people of Australia, that it was not true, that she did not have the experience with them. But I say, if you hear a story that move your heart, that story come from a psychic being like yourself. Whether a story is correct or not, what really matters is is it beneficial to you? All right? Is it beneficial to you? Is it beneficial to humanity? All right? And if you know that it's beneficial to you and you're using it to to become a better human being, then you're contributing that good feeling to everybody else. There is no need to think that you hear a story that it might not be correct, that you're doing a disservice or consent to some harm that have been done to someone. You see? Let the dead bury the dead. You know, you're the living and you are masterful. You're part of the stage. You're creating your own reality and therefore you're taking ownership of it. And if you're creating something that is beneficial to humanity, then then that is a good thing. All right. So the poem goes like this: Forever oneness, who sings to us in silence, who teaches us through each other. Guide our steps with strength and wisdom. May we see the lessons as we walk, honor the purpose in all things. Help us touch respect, always speak from behind our eyes. Help us to observe and not judge, and may we cause no harm but leave music and beauty after our visit. When we return to forever oneness, to the source, may all circle be closed and the spiral wider, broader. Actually, I love this poem because it speaks about observing without judgment. You know, that's one of the biggest things. When we judge, we're only judging ourselves because what we are seeing is our own reality. So we're judging a mirror of our reality. So when you judge, you're actually judging your own self in that mirror, right? And it's a lead music and beauty everywhere, where the magnetic force that is the source of all creation is musical. It's musical. And there is beauty, a feeling of beauty in music. Yes. And forever oneness who sings to us in silence. Again, vibration is music. So listen to that inner silence, that inner voice that sometimes cannot be heard because the outer person is so noisy, so much noise. We have to go inside, close the door, and able to listen in. See? Who teach us through each other. That voice, the master teacher, the healer, who heal you, heal others. Who teach you, teach others. Teach others through you. So you see the connection. We are always connected to that source, forever oneness. Forever oneness, who sings to us in silence, who teaches each other, and asks us to look from behind our eyes. So when you observe, look in at the same time. Keep a part of yourself in. If you ever study martial art, like I do, I study Tai Chi. It's really about tapping into that silence, into that stillness, and finding that movement within it, observing your environment, but at the same time, you're not being caught by what's in your environment because you are not judging your environment. You're just observing what, looking from the hand eye, observing how your, your energy is moving through your body temple in relationship to the space that you're in. And using the principle of a form to create a kind of a auric field where you're able to practice being awareness in stillness, observing. And that takes practice, brothers and sisters. You know, it's not something that you just come like that. See? Because we're in a hypnotic state, which is of our own design. You know, I believe in the belief of race, the belief of different countries, belief of different culture, all the different belief system. You see, we have to know that that is part of the smoking mirror, but we are beyond that. That is just part of the stage, part of the stage. But do but observe what it is. Don't judge it because this is your own creation. It is there for you to learn and bring back information and fine tune it. But I have to keep in mind now that um, there's a split universe in the psychic realm that um, these I would say illusion or hypnotic state is creating a disconnect between people. People are disconnecting from nature. Nature is not disconnected, but people are disconnecting from nature because of this split universe. And now we are in a state right now where we are stepping into ourselves. Step in, go in, look from behind your eyes. and observe your outer realm. Use your senses that will bring back information, see how it feels. Okay? As your perception changes and expanding, then what you think you know um, today, tomorrow, is a whole new day. Is a new feeling, a new day, you know, a whole new creation. And remember, creation happened in an instant, but it's forever expanding. There's no beginning, there's no end. Like yourself, your body have an end, a beginning, it will have an end. If you choose to. That's another story that you have to examine. Who say, who say how long you want to stay? It's all up to you. But one thing I do know, the spirit doesn't have a beginning, and therefore don't end because it is oneness. It's oneness. So, Artist Dream family, stay strong, stay beautiful, and I'm gonna play again some Didgeridoo, share with you my beauty from within, which is yours. I and I, the divine I within the I, which is you, are holding this conversation. So, thank you for this time, and we connect again next Thursday, same time. All right? Stay beautiful, stay strong. My name is Evan Whirlwind, and you can read about the Artist Dream family as I share a lot of information for everyone at evanworldwind.com. Evanworldwind.com or artistdreamfamily.com. Very simple. You are an artist. You're having a dream within the planet, and you are a member of the family, the universe family. So, Artist Dream family. Stay strong, stay beautiful. Much love and light. Stay strong.